So, another big event on Roblox. This time it's no dumb hacking. This time we got a new event. And what are my thoughts about it? Because I always complain or find something to nitpick when they come out. Well, it's good. And in honor of such a great event on Roblox, I'm going to be going with the theme of this game, this specific game. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video and my little look for my character for the duration of it. Roblox Heroes, the name of the event taking place for the next 1 month, and I wish it was more. And our basic plot is, when a nefarious criminal syndicate led by the wicked supervillain Dark Matter breaks loose and starts wreaking havoc in the city, Robloxia's mightiest heroes must rise to save the day, suit up, leap into action, and defeat bad guys in 3 action-packed Roblox games to win exclusive virtual items from now until June 14th. Don't wait, you're our only hope. Okay, I did lie a little bit because this event isn't perfect since the primary game is backed up by 2 other games, which I think really held it back from being what it could have been. The 2 games that I think hold it back are Survive the Disasters and Superhero Life. Survive the Disasters being the natural disasters type of game. You just survive a set amount of disasters and try to get points to win. Well, you don't really win, you just survive. And Superhero Life is a PvP RP where you can play as your own customized superhero. Quick recap, let's go. Survive the Disasters is basically a more extreme version of natural disasters. More random things happen, such as crazy Robloxian, but for the hero event there's an added disaster that changes it up a bit and you have to save civilians from a flood in a city. But it doesn't make sense why they would do it on the first game and not the second game, because the second game is way more superior. Why would they use the first game? Why would they update the first game if there's a second one? Superhero Life is an RP game, any RP game, but you can actually fight in it, which is kind of interesting for an RP game. Basically, all you need to do in this game is either fight somebody or you have to save at least 10 cats and give them to a cat owner, and you can get your prize. And it's not very good, just don't play it. There's so much more better superhero games out there. This was probably the worst pick and probably the weakest point of the event. It's just not good. Now that we got these 2 games out of the way, let's focus on what really pushed this event, the game called Heroes of Robloxia. Now, to be quite honest, I think combat is probably the weakest point of this game, even though it's the main focus. As you see, you only really have 3 combos and a special attack. But fortunately, Roblox did think wisely and include 4 different heroes with their own special, unique abilities to them. These abilities are Speed, Strength, Electricity, and Telekinesis. Electricity being able to shoot projectiles, so she's the shooter, and Telekinesis is also projectile-based but grabs things. And to a bit more depth into them, Strength is basically the strong guy. He can take out people, but only in melee. Has to get up close, but he can do things pretty fast. If you want somebody with Speed and want to get around a lot, escape places, if you're in like a pinch, you get Speed. He's the fastest runner, and he is also the weakest because his speed is incredibly fast. And as for Electricity, she shoots electric shocks, so she's basically the projectile user, and she can basically help you with mostly puzzles and long-ranged fights. And as for Telekinesis, that's also his job too. I'd suggest he's not the best because he's kind of slow, but if you get yourself a ton of items and get yourself at a good standpoint, I think you'll be good. And one more thing, each of these heroes has their own special ability, which makes them even more unique, which I thought was a very clever move considering how weak the combat system already is in this game. For Speed, you can slow down time, Strength can grow in size, Electricity can electrocute anything around her, and Telekinesis can fly because, telekinesis, I guess. So overall, I think the combat isn't the greatest, but for Roblox's standpoint, I think it could just be acceptable. Alright, in level design, I think Roblox nailed it, because every level looks like it just has everything it needs to make up that level. The bank heist seemed like a really cool chase through the city, and I loved how you can just climb this like construction site. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. The factory, that's pretty cool too, just dodging acid and stuff, because you know you don't want to get high off that. So yeah, I think the level design was pretty good. Kind of basic though, because these are kind of cliches in superhero movies, like the factory, the museum. You know, you gotta stop them from being attacked or robbed from. But beside that, I think this was pretty well done, and everything looked pretty good and well placed. So on to the next topic. Alright, as for the boss battles, I think the first two were kind of dull, but the next two, the last two, were pretty good and actually pretty creative. And what I mean by that is they were pretty smart. As for the third boss, Dynamo, you basically had to wait for planets from in the planetarium section of the museum to drop and just throw them back at him, which I thought was a pretty good idea. And this was a pretty difficult boss, killing me and my sister multiple times when we tried this run. Even when I was playing with Key, who's way better than Reyna at games, had some trouble fighting this guy, and he was Speed, which is the fast character in the game, and had trouble dodging some of these bomb attacks. And as for the fourth boss, which I won't spoil, it was amazing. It gave every single superhero a purpose, and all of their abilities were utilized. I thought it was great. I really suggest you play this game just for that boss, because it's that good. Alright, on to the next topic. Alright, now as for the plot of this game, and again, this is a kid's game, so I think it's lackluster, kind of poorly executed in my opinion, but for a kid's game, it's just kind of something that my age wouldn't be kind of praising that much. But if I were a kid, I'd think the plot wouldn't even matter, because to be honest, well, I wouldn't really care. I'd just play the game, because that's what I'm really here for. So, to be honest, the plot isn't great and lackluster, but I don't really think the kids would care about it too much, and if they did, I think it's just enough for them to make them feel involved in the story. Alright, my final thoughts on this game. I think it's another event well done for the year 2017, and to put under Roblox's belt. And overall, I'm pretty happy about this. I thought it was pretty cool. Even Bimo thinks it's pretty cool. Everyone that I played it with so far is basically on its side. They all think it's pretty good. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed about is that it still had to have the support from the other two games, Survive the Disaster and Roblox Heroes. And that's kind of disappointing, because I feel like more effort could have been put into this game, maybe more heroes, maybe focus on the combat, or even improve on the level design. I just feel like there's so much lost potential being put into the other two games that could have been put into this one game, because I honestly really just loved the game. As soon as the trailer came out for this game, I was kind of psyched, because I haven't been psyched for a Roblox game in quite a long time, and this is kind of what made me come back in the month I was gone. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, not something I do too often, but to recap, basically why I like the game is because it's creative, fresh, feels new, and is something that Roblox hasn't done. Everything feels nice, it's just balanced for a Roblox game and targeted right for the right audience. And to be honest, I think I'd give this game a solid 9 out of 10. With the event getting an 8 out of 10 because the two other games just hold it right back, and to be honest, the prizes were kind of meh, but okay, because I do wear one of the prizes just because it looks like one of the shirts I already have. So, one more thing to say before I go, because it's been at least a month and I didn't explain too much in the little explanation on the summer special video, which I hope you guys enjoyed once again, is that Overdrill won't be happening as quickly as I wanted it to, because I want to record it with a solid editing software, Well, I want to edit it with a solid editing software, and I want to record it with a good recording software. And as you know, a lot of my Roblox videos, as of now, with the recording software and computer I have right now, are just like extremely, like a really bad frame drop. And I'm hoping to get a new computer just so I can record Overgel with QDemo and Reyna and get it in that nice and powerful quality image, and it doesn't look like it's lagging. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and go play this game because it's honestly amazing. Alright, peace off.
Motherfuckers come on, 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 motherfuckers come on.